I knew a girl, she was a frog princess, but I just have to make it clear. That's enough of that. The Frog Prince. Oh my goodness. The Frog Prince is from 1986. It lasts about an hour and 25 minutes. And it's a canon movie. Part of the Canon Tales Story Tales selection. Canon movie. Canon Films at some point decided let's make some fairy tales because they're public domain and they won't cost anything. Well, I guess so. But they made Beauty and the Beast, they made Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, they made Rumpelstiltskin, who you watched. Yeah, that's an unreleased episode, maybe available on Patreon.
It is.
They made Hansel and Gretel and they made this, The Frog Prince. Oh my god, why did we watch this one? Other than Rumpelstiltskin, it's the only one we could find. Well, we could see Hansel and Gretel. Yeah, that looked pretty boring, to be honest. Anyway, is this a bad movie? Oh my goodness, let's get into it. Okay. Starts off well, starts off great, with a little cartoon. Nice animation of the little frog singing and dancing while the credits are on. The opening titles do look good, I like that. And then we cut to live action and the Kingdom of Tartonia. A young girl wakes up in Tartonia. She is a princess, but not officially. Her name is Zora. She has a sister who's a real nasty piece of work. Helen Hunt. Yes, it is. Academy Award nominee, winner. Helen Hunt as Henrietta, her not quite evil, but slightly mean big sister. These two girls live with their uncle, the king. The same king that is in Rumpelstiltskin, by the way. That's right, it is. Well spotted. He's greedy. Yes, indeedy.
But sire, why do you desire more gold?
I'm greedy. So greedy. Greedy for the gold I haven't got.
Okay. Also, this is a musical. Kind of, yeah. There's like 3 songs. Right, okay. And he sings one of them. Yeah, he does. You have to keep a promise or something. Something like that.
That a promise is a promise. And the promise that you make is a promise you don't break.
The king is getting someone to come in from another kingdom to decide which of his nieces is the rightful princess. Yeah, his sister, the queen? She can't be. No, she must have been the... But then how would they be princesses? Oh my god. Anyway, one of his nieces is the rightful princess. Someone's got to come in and judge it. Sign and kill. Oh. Now Zora is 12 years old. Remember that. Don't forget that. That's very important. Okay. She catches her big sister and her friend Dulce. Yeah, who's the actress who plays Dulce? Well, the actress's name is Seagull. Ridiculous. Seagull Cohen. Seagull Cohen. Well, Zora finds them both looking at a book of eligible bachelors. Where did they get that? I don't know.
These eligible bachelors. Oh, look at him. The Duke of Bowls. Look at those ears. Ugh.
And they see the first guy and they're like, oh my goodness, look at the size of his ears. He's hideous. Sorry, Charles. Alright. And then they turn the page and they see a real dreamboat, I guess. Yeah, he's like, yeah, just this standard looking guy that they're both like, oh, he's gorgeous. We're teenagers, but he's gorgeous. It turns out though, this handsome prince was cursed by a witch and he hasn't been seen for a year. Yeah, it says that right in the book.
Look at him.
Come on, let me see.
Prince of Friedley.
Oh.
Look at him. He'd love me.
Wait. It says a wicked witch cast a spell on him. He hasn't been seen for a year.
What? So this book came out very recently. Yeah, if he's been cursed for a year and the... Yeah. Who wrote it? I don't know. Now that night, Zora embarrasses herself. Well, Henrietta tells her to. Yeah, she tricks her into wearing this outfit that everyone laughs at. I mean, I don't know why. It's just like a feathery outfit. Yeah, it's nothing too outlandish. Anyway, she goes into the dinner room where there are loads of people sitting ready to eat. Who are they all? I don't know. But they all laugh at her.
she look like?
She goes out crying and feels very alone in the world. She's got no friends. But the only thing she has is her lucky ball. Yeah. What a strange kid. Yeah, well. She goes to the palace fountain, sits by the still waters, 'cause it's switched off at night, I guess. I don't know. But while she's sitting there, she drops her lucky ball into the water. Oh well. Tough. Stop being such a weirdo and playing and thinking a doll is your friend. Yeah, well, she doesn't, but as she's looking into the water, she sees a face. This hideous frog man jumps out of the water, completely dry, by the way. Oh yes, so he is.
At least he's not naked in the backyard.
And he's like, hey, I'm a frog. Yeah. Actually, I saw a tiny clip of this movie before we watched it, really. Yeah, and I saw a tiny clip of this scene specifically. And this frog was on a wall dancing and singing. And the shot that I saw, I thought he was like a foot tall or something. Right. He's not. He's like 6 foot. Yeah, he's hideous and terrifying. Imagine showing this to kids. Anyway, he's like, hey, little girl, I'll be your friend. She's overjoyed. And he sings her a song. I'm the too tall frog.
Too tall frog, caught in a too small box. Everything I tried to do turned to crud. I sat upon my lily pad and felt like a dud.
I mean, he does offer to be a friend, but yeah, then it comes at a price. He says, I'll get your doll if you promise to be my friend and take me into the palace. Yeah, so she has to sneak him into the palace. Very funny scene. Do you think so? Nope. Rubbish. Well, she sneaks him into the palace and into her bedroom. Yeah, she's 12. Yeah, it's just so she can have a friend. He's a fully grown adult male, by the way. I know he's a frog, but he's still a fully grown man. Yeah. He is the handsome prince who was cursed a year ago. Of course, of course.
I'm gonna lose my job.
Now he says when he goes into the palace, I can't be away from the water too long because I'm a frog. Yeah, despite this, he stays all night. Well, pretty much. In her bedroom, by the way, this 12-year-old girl, he calls her ravishing and scrumptious.
Girl? A girl? Hardly. Why, aren't you ravishing? Scrumptious? Exquisite.
Yeah. Anyway, it's all innocent in this fairy tale universe. It sure isn't. There's a ball coming up the night of the coronation of the one true princess. That whole ceremony's coming up. Yeah, so the frog teaches her how to dance, like ballroom dance. Henrietta and Dulce catch them. I mean, they're not hiding it. They're just obviously in the ballroom, playing music loud, dancing, laughing, giggling with a 12-year-old. And Helen Hunt and her mate are just watching from above. Not hiding either, just watching. There's no secrecy here. There's supposed to be, but there's no secrecy here. Eventually, he has to go back to the water. Good. Stay there, you creep. Well, Henrietta decides, I'm going to trap that frog. I'm going to capture him, overpower him, and trap him. A bit much. Well, she goes out into the woods. He's singing a song. He's singing a song about finding someone. I finally found someone. Yeah, but it's about friendship. Yeah, that he's drawn a love heart on the ground. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, Henrietta, actually, I'm with Henrietta. Overpower him and trap him. She does. This is all one night, by the way. This is all this first night. Yeah, this isn't over the course of a week or anything. This is the course of a few hours. It's the same night. She's got a hole dug in the forest, somehow. She leads the frog to it, throws him in it, and locks a cage on top of it. Good girl. Right. Can he not jump out with his big frog legs? Well, I think he could, but it's locked at the top. He'd die a twig. Yeah. Anyway, he said he would meet Zora the next morning and they would sing a song or something together. So she goes and sits by the fountain. He doesn't turn up, so she sings a song about being sad, about him not liking her and all this.
Stop
singing!
And then her lucky doll starts to glow and leads her to him. Yeah. She goes through the forest searching for him, and when she gets closer, the lucky ball glows up as if to say, he's here. That's lucky. Doll. Yeah, well. She manages to unlock the cage because it's a twig. Well, she opens it up and she pulls the frog out of the hole. Yeah, she's super strong as well. Also, she calls him Ribbit. Yeah, I don't know if that was mentioned earlier in the movie, but for some reason she's calling him a ribbit. Seems racist to me. Well, she gets him out of the hole, gives him a kiss. She's 12, he's not, and he turns into a fully grown adult Nan. Yeah. And she says, oh, we have to go back for the ceremony, we'll never make it back in time. But he says, let's use the magic doll. And he uses it and says, magic doll, help us get back to the palace. And a horse appears. Yeah, they get on the back of this horse, head back to the palace, get to the gates, but the gates are locked. Oh well, tough. Inside, the crowning ceremony is taking place. Everyone thinks Zora couldn't even be bothered to show up, so she can't be the real princess. It must be Henrietta. So Henrietta's on her knees in front of this guy, gonna get crowned. Yep. And outside the palace gates, Zora is in a panic. She thinks, oh, I can't get in. Yeah, and then the human adult male prince says, just use the lucky doll. So she does. She says, lucky ball, I wish you could help us get in. It awakens a guard on the other side of the wall, and he lets them in. They both run into the palace, yeah, and the prince, the handsome human adult male, he goes into the doll room and says, stop the ceremony! Meanwhile, Zora is allowed to get changed. Yeah, she goes up to her room. She's not got time for this. Well, she goes and gets her best dress on. Appears behind the prince in the ballroom. The prince introduces himself by name. Everyone says, you can't be him. He was cursed by a witch and turned into a frog a year ago. And he says, yeah, and only the kiss of a true princess could save me. And here is that true princess. Princess Zora.
Just a child.
So Henrietta, Henrietta runs off, just annoyed. And that's it, Princess Zora is crowned. And then she and this adult human male dance for a while, and the credits roll. That's the end of the movie. It's a strange little movie. It is the most problematic thing we've seen for a while. Well, I mean, I think it's supposed to be sort of innocent in this fairy tale world, but it is a bit worrying when he's like a 26-year-old man and she's a 12-year-old girl and they're kissing and he's calling her scrumptious and all this stuff. Oh my god. Call the cops. Right. Well, The Frog Prince. Is it a bad movie? You know what? Yes. No, I'm going to disagree. I think, other than the problematic stuff, and it is problematic stuff, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's pretty basic. It's pretty standard. It would be alright for kids if it wasn't for all that stuff. But it's a classic fairy tale just retold. Yeah, just retold by canon. You know what they're like. Usually great when it comes to this stuff. Oh my goodness. And the frog is hideous. It scares kids. It is a bit strange looking. It's got big round cheeks. And it's got big googly eyes. And it's got a little, well, barely got a nose. What are you trying to say, Nate? Nothing. Ribbit. Right, you're getting it. Well, that's The Frog Prince from 1986. Let us know what you think. Hit like, hit subscribe, watch another video. Round 2.